We've been also talking about finding a great business, but what is a great business for you guys? What sort of boxes do you need to tick to essentially say that's a great business? We would like to essentially explore more, and ultimately, ideally, in theory, like if we are lucky to essentially strike a deal.
So on paper, there are a few criterias that are important to the search fund investors, and to us as well. In reality, I think there might be some nuances because every business model, every market operates in a different way. But just on a high
Mm-hmm.
level, I think the first layer is essentially the quality of the revenues, meaning a high portion of recurring or reoccurring or repeat revenue streams, such as, long-term contracts with clients or subscription models or customers that continuously buy from that company. Because
Mm-hmm.
essentially that's the first layer of security that a searcher can have. We have never run a business before. There's no guarantee that when we enter the business that we will immediately understand how the market ticks, how the company ticks. So it will take some time. And essentially by having some sort of higher quality revenue, you make
Mm-hmm.
sure that in that phase where you learn about the market, about the business, your business does actually not shrink or decline.
So
And
that
that leads to this.
excludes, sorry to interrupt, so that would exclude a lot of types of businesses. So I would assume like professional services would be quite risky in the sense that you'd be looking at small sized businesses, and those companies tend to be very much founders led, where the founder or maybe like one or two persons own the relationships with clients. I'm thinking about law firms or maybe accounting firms. Those types of businesses would essentially be outside your scope, I imagine, based on what you said.
Essentially, yes, because the risk would be too high. There are some nuances. By definition, speaking about recurringness, it takes out everything that's consumer, because there you don't see any repeat customer, or you can predict any repeat customer,
Mm-hmm.
or very difficultly. So we focus purely on B. However, if the product or the service is to some extent mission critical, even though there might not be any contracts in place with customers that would repeatedly buy that service or that product, you do have a layer of protection as well, because that product is so important to the client that they will repeatedly buy from it, even though
Mm-hmm.
you might not be able to always predict it in the statistics. So I guess the point on the quality of revenues is you need to look at it from a market perspective as well.